How's it going, everybody? Today we are back in Scum and we are going to check out the latest update that came to the video game not too long ago. Now the update has brought quite a few things to the game, including some new items. Alright, so we have a couple of new items in the game now. We have a military shovel, then we have a tomahawk, and we also have a new bow called the takedown bow. Now when it comes to the military shovel, I think we can do a few things with it. We can of course bury and unbury things, but we should also be able to cut with it. So if we do this and then we go to cut, we can actually use the military shovel to cut down bushes. Check it out. Nice. I don't think we can cut down trees with it. That'd be kind of crazy. Let me see here. Oh my god, we can. Alright, so we can cut down bushes and trees with the new military shovel. Alright. Also, when it comes to the military shovel, it doesn't occupy all that much space in our inventory. This is all the space that it's going to take, which is very nice because if we don't have a lot of inventory space to work with, we can kind of, shove this in our pants or in our pockets without any sort of worries. Then we also have the improvised tomahawk, which we can of course throw. I don't know how strong this thing is going to be. We should try it against a zombie. Did I make that? Oh, I did. Nice. Let's see here. We're of course going to be able to throw it. We're gonna be able to cover it. Let's see how strong it's going to be against a zombie. Can we cut down trees with a tomahawk? We can indeed. All right. Let's see. How strong is this thing against a zombie if we throw it? We can do this. Ooh, he tanked it. He tanked it. That's alright. This gives us a chance to try out the shovel. We got him. We got him. And then when it comes to the new bow, the takedown bow, this thing actually came with some changes. When we play in first person, there's no change. But if we play in third person, whenever we are going to aim the bow, we are going to be automatically put into first person. So this is going to happen every time we aim. We can also craft some improvised wheels here. This is only for the two-wheeled vehicles, so for the dirt bike and then the cruiser. So we can craft one of these wheels with planks, metal scrap, bolts. Then we are going to need a tool, some rope, some rubber, and a workbench. And of course, if we want to put one of the improvised wheels on the bikes, we are going to need a car jack, and then we are going to need one of these wheels, and we can do this. And check it out. The bike now has an improvised wheel. It actually looks pretty cool. Let me do this really fast. Let me end the service and check it out. That looks really nice. It looks very Mad Max-ish, which is pretty cool. Now, another thing that this new update brought to the video game is the ability to paint clothes. So if we have, for example, one of these yellow paint cans, we are going to be able to use it on our clothes. Hold F on them. Then we are going to be able to paint them with a solid color. So we are not going to be able to put patterns on our clothes just like we can on, the weapons and the cars. We can only paint solid colors. I wonder if it works on armor as well. We have a couple of helmets here. We are going to try and see if we can quickly paint them. So it works on the clothes, but does it work on armor as well? Ooh, it does not by the looks of it. So it doesn't work on the helmets. What about a bulletproof vest? It works on the bulletproof vest. Check it out. We can change the color of the vest. Nice. Alright. It doesn't work on the K63 helmet. I wonder if it works on different helmets. Let's see here. Let's see. The rider helmet does not work. And then the combat helmet, it works. Alright, so it works on certain items. It's not going to work on literally every item out there. Alright, that's pretty cool. Now we also have a new quest, and it says here that it is a tier 0 quest, and we can pick it up from the general goods trader, or we can pick it up from our phone or a notice board. And it looks like we have to gather intel on the cannon in sector C4, A1, C1, and then Z3. And we have 17 days and 16 hours to gather this intel, and then we are going to get 2 grand, 50 fame points, and a skin for the M1 rifle. So we have to go in C4, in C1, in A1, and then down in Z3. And as we can see, all these points are marked on our map. So let's head on over there and see what's what. Alright, so here we are over in C4, and it looks like these yellow markers are, pointing out the World War II bunkers. And let me see, what kind of information do we have to get from here? It's down below here. Do we just have to click on something, or are we gonna get jumped? No, we're not gonna get jumped. We have to investigate these big cannons. Oh, I see, I see. So we just gotta come to the bunkers, 4 different bunkers in 4 different sectors, and inspect the big cannon. And as soon as we check all the bunkers here, we are going to get quite a bit of money and a skin for the M1 rifle. And if we want to put a skin on the rifle, we have to right click on the rifle, examine, and then right over here underneath it, we are going to have the M1 rifle iron petal. And we actually do need a toolbox if we want to put the skin on our weapon. So we can do this. And check it out. We now have the iron petal skin for the M1 rifle. And I believe this is going to last, this quest is going to last until the middle of September. It's going to be like 2 or 3 weeks. And after that, they are going to take it out of the video game. Now, there have also been some really nice quality of life changes. For example, we can now eat or drink while sitting down, either, you know, on the floor or on a chair. We're going to be able to sit down and munch on some food without getting up. So we can just do this. Now, I don't know if it's going to work in a car. Let's quickly try that as well. So we can eat and drink while sitting on the floor or, you know, on a bed or whatever. But can we do it in a car? I don't know if we're going to be able to do it in a bed, if I'm going to be honest. If we're laying on our back, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. Let me see here. Do we have a mattress in here by any chance? So if we do this and we rest, can we drink whilst on our back? We cannot, we cannot. So only when we are sitting on our bottom. So whenever we are sitting, you know, on our behind, that's when we can munch. But let's see if we can do it in a car. So if we sit in the back of a car and then we go into our inventory, let's see, can we munch? We can, check it out. Nice, so we can eat and drink in cars as well. Alright, now we're talking. Can I load up a magazine? Oh, I cannot. So we cannot load up magazines in the back here. It only works with eating and drinking. Another really nice quality of life addition is the ability to use the face roll face smasher sledgehammer as a crowbar and a sledgehammer. This sledgehammer, at one end it's a sledgehammer and then at the other end it's a crowbar. And in the past we couldn't use it as a crowbar, we could only use it as a sledgehammer. But with this new update, we can now use this big sledgehammer as a crowbar as well and force open containers. So if we find one of these locked containers and we have this face roll sledgehammer, we can now use it to force open, you know, the locked container. Alright, that's nice. That's very nice. And another really good quality of life addition is the fact that they have reduced the time needed to dry wet clothes and items drastically, it says here. So hopefully they will dry up a lot faster now, and there have been, you know, tons and tons of bug fixes. And there we go. I think that is about it for the update. Do please let me know down below what you guys think about all of these things, and thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video. I hope you have enjoyed. In case you did, be sure to drop some stuff and things down below. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one with some more video games.